Right, now the sill's here. Now we just need it up, covering the top of this, the bottom of this sill here. So we'll get a measure. Now you want this as tight as you can. Now that says 944. That's tight. Right, that's good. 944. So right, don't do enough where you forget 944. Now what else we need to do is check both sides for square. So I'll go get my square. Now obviously the bigger the square the better. So we're just going to same at the bottom of the windy. Check for square. Now that is out because I framed the wall before I fitted the new windy. So I'm just going to have to live with that. So what I usually do is mark my square and measure this gap. Now I've already done it and it's 8mm out. 8mm out this side and it's 3mm out the other side. So what I'll do is I'll transfer my size onto my sill and then get the square onto the back edge of the sill. I've marked both sides and then I know exactly where to measure my 8mm. So I will transfer that. Now I'm going to do one side first. So I'm doing this face. So I will do a straight line there and line up my mark there. Now what I'll do is measure my 8mm. There. Right. Now what I'll do is I'll line this up first, the back edge. I'm doing this side first. Now I'll give it a bit there. I want to take off as little as I can on this side. I boobed the first video, so I've already marked it there. And mark it here. That's your internal corner where the wall, where your angle meets the window. And then all you have to do is join up these lines. Now, that's my line there. So now I just have to cut that off. This here is going to be flush with the wall. What I'm going to do is take the front edge off the sill and then put like a piece on the front to give it a wee bit overhang, and I'll show you how to do the bit for your facings. I like to keep the same gap all the way around your facing. Okay, so I'll mark up the other side and keep going. Now that's the other side transferred, and one last measurement just to make sure. Measure the front edge of your opening, which is 959, and then just measure it with the marks you have on your stick there. 959. That is exactly 959. So all our sizes match up. Now it's just a case of cut this edge, cut that edge. I'll just use a handsaw. Be easier than trying to do it on the table, so because you'll never hold it right. Okay, I'll be back when I cut that. Now here we go. Test fit. This is a first take, live take. So I'll put it in here. And because it's tapered in, it's actually better because we can wedge it in. We've got 6mm play with at the front, maybe 1/2 inch there. Right, now off she go. That is going to be absolutely perfect. Now, there's two things we could do here, because we've got a gap here. We could make a little tiny quarter round or whatever. Don't particularly want to do that. So what I'll do is, I'll cut some Parkers and we'll jock the whole thing up. How much is that? Measure this. Here. Oh, 10mm. So a 10mm Parker. 10mm along here, along the middle, along the other end, and hopefully that should be pretty sweet. But that's going to fit perfect. And because I've already marked the front edge of the sill, I'll just straight line chop that and get a wee plane, and that'll be ready just for banging in. So Parkers, cut this, and it'll be ready to screw it into place. Perfect. Cool. Now that's the Parkers on. Now I'm just going to bang this sill in, and that'll be her aim. I've cut the front edge so it's going to be flush with the wall here at the front. Now hopefully good, that's good. Up here, let's see what this is like. There'll be a bit of silicone going on just to stop any water going in the back edge anyway, but that's yep, that's perfect. Cool. Okay, now I need to go find my whole apple coring bit. Cut some plugs, drill some screw holes, screw that in. That'll be ready to rock, and then I'll show you what I'm going to do with this front bit here for the facings and that. Okay. Now this is a coring bit I was on about. This is a 10mm. So before you go drilling your holes for the dowels, your core bits, this is what they are actually, just teeny wee 10mm plugs basically. So check about the size of a drill. Although it says 10mm, sometimes I've seen it 9. I thought 9mm was going to be spot on, but actually it is an actual 10mm plug. So all I did was drill the big hole first, 10mm hole first, just go in 5-6mm, and then drill your pilot hole for your screw to go through. If you drill the pilot hole first and then try and drill the 10mm bit, you're going to end up with a great big mess of a hole. So do the big hole first, then the pilot hole. Now got my glue. So what I'm going to do is put in my screw. There. Now, you don't have to go too deep. And then just a wee soapy glue. I don't have a brush, so I'll just use this. A stick. Now, just get some glue into the wee hole, and then get your plug and stick it in. Now, if you want to be really good, you can line up your grain. Now, we'll just get a wee chop there. Now, that's fine, that's going to be perfect. Now, what to do is, I have learned to just leave the plugs in, leave them to dry, so 24 hours, and then what you do is you just come back, sand it off flush with a 240 grit paper. Right, I'll finish up screwing up all of this and come back. Now that's all the holes done. This thing's split on me. Yeehaw. I'll maybe get a bowser of cement and just concrete fit over. Now here's the cores I've done. Now to get them out, all you need to do is a chisel, screwdriver, and that's them coming out. They're quite easy to come out because it's basically on the end grain of the wood. The end grain's the fragile bit. Yeah, that's her. Right, I'll take out the rest, glue them up, and that's good just now. Yeah, that's them all done. I'm sticking up a wee bit too much, but that's alright. Once the glue is dry, you can chisel them, but I prefer just to sand them down for all the second it takes. Yeah, that's the joint up the wall either side. Pretty damn good, I would say. Now that's basically it, the window fitted. Now I've just to do the front bit. That'll be after dinner. Now here's what I've ended up with for the front of my sill. Just took a notch out of one solid bit of wood, and what I've done is mitered it at the ends. It's hard to see in this bright sunlight, so I've mitered it, and looking straight on you can see the profile there. So now I've got it into position for the facings. Now to make it look good, you want what I like to do is keep this all the same size. So you're 20mm from the face you're facing to the face of your sill here, and you're 20mm from the edge of the sill to the edge of your facing, and that's the same for both sides. Right, that'll be 20mm and 20mm. I've got a couple of mil to take off the side of the facings, but I'll get them cut and I'll get that sill bit put on and get the facings on, and that'll be the window done. Just a lick of paint and should be fine. Glorious day here. Off ahead. Now that's the front apron piece on. It's looking good. I've screwed and doweled the front as well. I'll leave them to dry. So I'll sand everything more. I'll just do a quick wee video showing you the finished thing tomorrow. It'll be a short probably. Right, now I've got the top facing to put on. Now it's thicker than the side facings, and I'm going to screw it on, but I'm going to leave the screw heads flush with the facing. I'm not going to nail it because, well, there's going to be curtains on here, and I'm not trusting nails with big heavy curtains. So I'll bang that on. Actually, first, what I've done is I've done all the screw holes. They're all equally spaced. Sanded it. It's the right size. I've chamfered the face edge and the bottom internal corner, the internal edge. Right, and then I'll throw it up and I'll be back. Now, hard to see in this light, I think, but it might be okay in the TV. That's the top on. Now, when I get my facings up either side, the gap, that'll be a 20mm from the edge of the facing to the bottom of that angle. Same on this side. Right, so I'll just measure and cut them and bang them on with nails. Now that's the two side facings nailed up. I hope you can see this with the light. It's just it's hell of a bright outside. I'll come over here, maybe see it. So that's basically it, finished. I've just the dowels to sand off in the morning, and what we'll do is I'll do that, varnish the whole lot, and give it a clean and show you the finished thing tomorrow. Okay, cheers for watching. If you've learned anything, give us a thumbs up, like a thumbs up, and feel free to subscribe. Doesn't cost you anything, and it'd be much appreciated, eh? Oh, local market on the night. Oh, I might go and get a cake. I like cake. Anyway, right, bye. So here's our poison. It's a gloss, just clear coat, marine varnish. I've done the rest of use in it, so I'll just use that in this. So I'll varnish it anew and show you after. Now here's the difference in the colour. Bonny, shiny, clear, and the original wood. Oh, look at that. Oh, this is going to be bonny. Now, that's our painted. Hope it comes out. It's looking pretty good. I'm very pleased with that, if I do say so myself. Right, I have the outside of the window today. I'll show you how I'm going to do that. That'll just be a short wee video. I'm not giving too much bother about that. That'll be sometime. The next job will be the front window, which is currently a door, or a door that's going to be a window. Aye, whatever you want. Aye, so that's it. Window done, finished. Good job. Bye.